how can you overcome the fear of speaking? How can you overcome the fear of speaking? Don't be afraid. They're not going to, that's stupid advice. That's like those people who are like, oh, to learn to speak a language, just get a girlfriend, or in order to be immortal, you just have to not die. It's dumb advice. To overcome the fear of speaking, just don't be afraid of speaking. No. Overall, constantly getting out of your comfort zone. I used to be very shy. And then I moved abroad and I started talking to people all the time, constantly having to do difficult things. And it became easier and easier and easier. But if it's specifically about language learning, speaking foreign languages, and this happens to a lot of successful people, a lot of business people, or people who are successful at something, and they consider themselves, their self-image is of someone who is successful and competent and intelligent. They don't want to look stupid. Yeah? If you think of yourself as successful, intelligent, competent, you don't want to look stupid, you don't want to sound stupid. So you will avoid speaking a foreign language that you're learning because you're afraid of looking stupid. And you rarely look stupid because you're very competent at the things you do. How do we avoid that? Well, can you guess the answer? Of course, it's language islands. You prepare language islands, you write down everything you want to say, you translate it into the language you want to speak, and you rehearse it, you say all those sentences over and over and over again at home, where it's safe, nobody can see you, and you say them enough times, and you also make an audio file, and you listen to them over and over again, until you can say those 500, 1,000, 10,000 sentences perfectly, perfect pronunciation, perfect grammar, no mistakes. You're never going to look stupid. You can talk as much as you want. No, I mean, at some point you'll make mistakes. I'm not talking 100% seriously here, right? Obviously, everyone makes mistakes, but you will make much fewer mistakes if you do this. And also, if you've been saying those things on your own over and over again, you won't be afraid of speaking because it's something you do all the time. Yeah, you talk about yourself all the time on your own. You've trained for that situation. When you're in front of people, it's basically the same thing, and you only have to do it once or twice, and you realize it's like talking to myself. It's exactly the same thing. I just have to say the exact same lines. It's as simple as that. And most of the time, 99% of the time, they'll be impressed. There'll be occasional douche who's like, oh, you don't speak well, blah, blah, blah. Rarely happens. And it says more about them than it says about you. So don't really worry about it. Language islands, massive amounts of listening to the same language islands, massive amounts of repeating those language islands aloud, and also retrieval practice with the language islands. You read them in your own language and translate them into the language that you're learning, and then check if you say them correctly or not. And eventually you'll be able to say all the sentences with very few mistakes and with very good pronunciation. Yeah, so don't be afraid of speaking. Just practice a lot on your own and you'll be fine.